within you. You have a spark that's ready to turn into an engulfing fire. You can light yourself up and be passionate about what's on your heart. You must dig deep within your soul and question, why am I here? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Make Moves Major Roundtable Talk, and this is motivational speaker, the man under divine destiny, the entrepreneur freak, Lenwood Wilson Jr. And this is the first annual conference that we are having, and there will be more to follow. We have some powerful speakers from all around the world, from Hawaii to Canada to UK and all type of different parts, and right here in America as well. I myself hail from Baltimore, Maryland, USA, and we have a good list of speakers, and they're going to be speaking on personal development and positive mindset. We're going to give you some things to put on your brain that will get you through some rough times when you can't meet your New Year's resolution in 2021, when you find that you're stuck and you're trying to get unstuck, when you're trying to get to the next level and for some reason you're missing something. The things that we speak about today will give you ideas and tools that will help you shift your mindset and get ready and prepare yourself for the epic life that you have before you. And I would like to just invite you to just sit down and take a seat, because the event's probably going to be about 2 hours, but it's going to be some very powerful, thought-provoking items. And if my co-host Nompumelelo, you want to chime in and introduce yourself, my lady?
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, thank you so much, Lenwood. My name is Nompumelelo Kunene. I am the co-host for today. I am an energetic professional speaker, host to Rise to Greater Heights Network, which is a comprehensive network to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. So today we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. I am really honored and excited to be part of this amazing team. So if you're watching us online, please stay tuned to everyone who's going to speak today, and please hold on to your questions until the last, and where you're going to be able to ask any questions to any of our speakers. Thank you so much, Lenwood.
Thank you, Nompumelelo. First up, we have the master of facilitating and business. He's a great man. I've heard a lot of great things about him, and I am just astonished that I'm able to work with him today. The first speaker we have before you is John Ughulu, and he will present himself right now to the world to let y'all know what he is all about.
Thank you so much, Lenwood. Thank you, Nompumelelo, for putting together this beautiful show. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. I want to thank you all for taking time out of your schedule, because it's New Year. A lot of us are meant to be with our family right now. But because we enjoy adding value to people, we have decided to come out and share some nuggets with you that would help you start off great and would also help you stay focused on your goals. So thank you so much, Lenwood, for bringing me on your platform. So do you want me to go ahead? Oh, okay. So thank you so much for that. So hello, everybody. My name is John Ughulu, just like I have been introduced. I am a strategist. I work with individuals and organizations to help them achieve their strategic goals. I'm a motivational speaker, and by the special grace of God, I am the president of Cornerstone Christian University. It's a university that we set up to help individuals acquire affordable education. You cannot overemphasize the importance of education, be it in the four walls of a university or learning about your mindset and learning about your life. And today I want to talk to you about taking charge. As we already know, a lot of us are here today because of the grace. You are listening to this program today because you have the gift of life. 2020 took so many things from a lot of us. 2020 took loved ones. 2020 took jobs, businesses, and health. But today, we have the best gift ever, which is the gift of life. So I want to talk to you about taking charge. I know it is a cliche because everything in life is a cliche, but what matters is whenever that cliche resonates with your spirit. So I want you to grab a pen and a piece of paper because I will be giving you tips that you need to learn from. These are tips that would help you take charge of your life, tips that would help you take charge of your business, tips that would help you take charge of your relationships for 2021 and beyond. Now, the first question you should ask yourself is, who am I? I want you to write that down. Who am I? In most cases, you realize that when you ask that question, a lot of people think that they know who they truly are. But it is not a surface question. It is a question that you need to search your subconscious mind before you can figure that out. For some people, it could take days to figure out who they are. For some people, it could take months. And for some people, it could take years. But I want you to ask yourself, who are you? Are you adding value to the people around you? Are you doing things that other people around you will benefit from? Who are you? I want you to think about it and ponder upon that. Then the next question you need to ask yourself to help you take charge of your life is, why am I here on earth? You know, at times we could find ourselves lost in the midst of too many things that we want to accomplish. But the only way you can retrace your steps and realign with your true purpose is to understand that you were sent to this world on purpose for a purpose. You were not sent to this world by mistake. You were sent on purpose for a purpose. So I want you to think about it. What is that purpose you were sent to this life to fulfill? Research has proved it that out of millions of sperms that swim towards an ovary, it takes only one sperm to fertilize the egg. Just one sperm. And that sperm we're talking about is you. It means you were sent into this world on purpose, for a purpose. You are special. If you are listening to me right now, 2021 is a year that you need to pick up from wherever you have stopped. Do not be discouraged. You were sent here for a purpose. You should always remember that your dreams, your visions, your goals can be achieved. But you first of all need to take charge of your destiny. This is the year where all your dreams, all your aspirations will be met. But you must remember to always ask yourself why you are here on earth. Then the third question I want you to always ask yourself is, where am I going? That's where your vision comes in. That's where your goal comes in. Greg Reed said, a dream written down with timelines becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed with action makes your dreams come true. So you should know exactly where you are going, just like the GPS, the car navigation system. If you are going to an address you've never been to, when you put the address in the GPS, what happens? It buffers and gives you an estimated time of arrival. And if for any reason while you are driving, you miss your exit, what happens? The navigation reroutes and realigns with its original destination. Why? Because it had a clear direction from the beginning. So you should always learn to have a clear direction of where you're going. So I want you to take note. Who am I? Why am I here on earth? And where am I going? Very important questions that you need to ask yourself for this year, 2021. Life itself is not fair, but we can beat life with the tools that we have already learned how to harness. I want you to think about it and remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ughulu. This was a great speech that you put down and talking about taking control. And we must do that. We must harness control of our own lives and own minds to really take it to the next level. So I love the content that you just put out there in the universe. And next, we have the great Fireball. I love communicating with this young lady. She puts a spark in me and she motivates me and she helps me unlock and push myself to the next level. So I know she will push y'all to the next level with a profound speech. And it is none other than Pratibha Dey. Unmute yourself.
Hi, thanks, Lenwood. My name is Pratibha Dey. I am a motivational speaker, author, entrepreneur, teacher, and the founder of Chai Together LLC. Chai Together is a video podcast on YouTube, which features individuals with mental illnesses and their journeys through their resiliency. So today, my question is, what are my values and how do they play a role in my everyday life? So a few of my core values are reliability. I'm always here to support others, but I always have to make sure my physical and my mental health is good before I can help anyone else. I follow through with my word unless it doesn't align with my boundaries. So this is last year, 2020 is the year where I learned how to have healthy boundaries and learn to say no to things that don't align with my purpose. And my purpose is to serve others and to make sure that what I'm doing is going to catapult me into my success in my career. I am loyal to my friends and my family on a daily basis. What this means is my loyalty is not only physically to be here with my friends and family, but to also know that I don't allow my previous traumas and the emotions I'm currently feeling, which may be temporary, to change how I approach and see others, such as my friends and family, and to have any negativity which can reflect onto them, which I may be projecting. So I am very honest, which is another one of my values, that I have nothing to hide. I tell my story freely, and I'm very proud of who I am today. And able to be my true and authentic self, such as my friend Ms. Pele Inspire would say, which most of you know. And it leads me to attract like minds such as all of you and to be on this platform today. So I'm very grateful for that. Thank you. And in regard to my business, I am persistent, committed, and consistent. These are 3 disciplines which I use in my life to direct me and guide me into my next chapter. And I don't do all of this alone. I don't build my fort alone. I need my friends and family and all of you that I'm here with today to help me build me up, because it's only from my perspective. And such as Mr. Les Brown says, you can't see when you're in the frame. So I have to step out, and you all are my eyes and ears to tell me, when I see things from a different perspective. So thank you so much for having me today. And I really enjoyed sharing my values with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dey, because it's all personal development, and everyone's going to learn a tool that from the story that you shared. And if you're able to stay for the second half, you could share some more tools to enlighten people on their path into 2021.
Okay, so if I'm the one on the screen, hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Ify Mccoy, and it's another exceptional program packaged by Lenwood. I want to thank you, bro, for putting this together. My name is Ify Mccoy, like he rightly said, and I'm the founder of Mentor Africa Development Initiative, which is a platform organized to make sure that less privileged youths come out of whatever thing they're going through, to make sure that their background does not determine their front ground. And I'm also the founder of Unscripted Voices, a great group on Facebook, and of course also the host of Ify Mccoy Inspiration. Now it is 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, the year is finally here. And today we are looking at personal development. Personal development, the importance of personal development. And we cannot overemphasize on this, that the fact that you are crossing to 2021, you cannot use the things you use in 2021 to function, or the things you use in 2020 to function in 2021. There is time for upgrading. You hear me? It is time to upgrade. It is time to augment. And if you are familiar with TED Talk, I have a very good friend, wonderful personality, whose name is Anthony Chin. Now, this guy had a great topic in one of his talk, and I thought I want to emphasize on the things he said. And then he was talking about, you know, on your phone, you have your phone right now, you have your laptop, you have your iPhone, your Android, all these gadgets. Now, every other month, most time, you will see on your phone, download the newer version, 2.0, 2.1, 2.2. Now, how many of you always ignore that message when it comes? I want you to put it in the comment section if you ignore this message whenever it comes, because I'm also as guilty as you. When I see those messages, I don't just ignore them. Sometimes I delete them. Sometimes I don't do nothing about it. But this is what happens. When you keep ignoring it, what happens is these things are built to protect your phone. Now your phone begins to get slower. And that is how viruses begin to operate in your phone. Viruses begin to eat your phone. And before you know, your system shuts down. Why? You wondering why? Because you refuse to download those upgrades. It's called updating the operating system. Now, when was the last time you updated your operating system? You are in 2021, right? This is 2021. This is not 2020. You need to upgrade a better operating system for 2021. Things are changing. Things are evolving. A friend of mine wrote a book, Precious, whatever it takes to evolve. You wonder why people don't want to talk to you. You wonder why people let you down. You wonder why people don't want to associate with you. It's because you have not upgraded. You have not. It is time to upgrade. It is time to augment. On my live show, I talked about upgrading your iPhone. Now, if someone buys you a gift today, and someone buys you a gift of iPhone 6 or iPhone 5, you're gonna be like, what the hell? We're talking about iPhone 11, iPhone 12. You buy me iPhone 6? No. Do you know why? Because you have seen upgraded iPhone. You have seen iPhone 11. You have seen iPhone 12. You see, everybody's upgrading. You don't want to use iPhone 6 because it's old. So you want to upgrade your iPhone to iPhone 11. You want to upgrade your iPhone to iPhone 12. You want to upgrade your car. You want to upgrade your job. You want to upgrade your shoe. You want to upgrade your clothes. But you don't want to upgrade yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, 2021 is a time to upgrade. It's a time to level up. You see, it's ironical that the gadgets we are using are more upgraded than us. It's a pity. It's a sad. But this year is year to step up. It's year to step up. I don't know how you have planned to do it, but this year you need to upgrade. You need to augment. Whatever thing it takes to evolve, you just have to evolve. Remember when you were a kid, the kind of food you were eating when you were 6 months, 7 months, 8 months is not the same food you eat when you're 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You need something else to sustain your momentum. You need something else to sustain you. Ladies and gentlemen, 2021 is time to level up. It's time to upgrade. It's time to put values in yourself. What kind of values are you putting in yourself? And how do you plan to put values in yourself? In this year, how many certificates are you adding to your name? How are you upgrading yourself? The groups you're joining, the friends you're going to build. These are the things that will determine what happens to you in 2022. Now we're talking about 2021. Everything you're going to have in this 2021 are the things you build in 2020. What you're going to have in 2022 are the things you have built or you're going to build in 2021. Now, I made a post early this morning. I checked my iPhone 4 calendar. I saw 2021 and I saw 1st of January. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen? Every single person is equal right now. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, all these guys, they have the same 12 months like you. Everybody is the same right now. The slate is clean. The slate is clean. You got time now. 365 days. You see, you are a product of how you spend your 24. That's what you are. It is time to level up. It is time to upgrade. Read the books. How many books are you going to read this month? What kind of seminars are you going to attend this month? What are you going to do to add value to your life? You complain how people don't want to associate with you. You complain how your proposals are being turned down. You complain how things are not working well, how people don't want to talk to you. Don't nobody want to associate with something that is not upgraded? The way you don't want to use iPhone 6, the way you don't want to use iPhone 5, that is the way people don't want to associate with you if you do not upgrade yourself, if you do not upgrade your standard. The books you're reading, the exams you're writing, the seminars you're attending, the messages you listen to, the motivational, inspirational messages you listen to, these are the things that's going to define you in 2022, yo. I'm not looking at 2021. I'm saying 2021 is the year to build yourself. Get those degrees, get those certifications, get everything. Infuse yourself with knowledge so that when your name is mentioned in 2022, it comes up. Like I said, I don't care what you do, but whatever services you're providing right now, there are millions of people who are providing the same services. Whatever thing you're looking for right now, there are millions of people who are looking for the same thing. Why should the universe give you a chance if you do not upgrade yourself? Why should your name be mentioned when speaking is mentioned? What are you doing to make sure when speaking is mentioned in 2022, your name comes up first? What are you doing when engineering is mentioned in 2022, your name comes up first? Because you have beat yourself and you have augmented yourself and you have upgraded yourself in 2021. But in doing all this, ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing I want you to know. Don't forget to live with a spirit of gratitude. This is important. I don't care how far you think you did not achieve what you wanted to achieve, but I've come to let you know today that there is always something to be grateful for. If you can hear me right now and you can see me right now, that is gratitude. It means that you're still living. It means that you're not dead. There are people who are wishing to be like you right now. I don't care how bad your situation is. There is someone out there whose prayer point is to be like you. So exercise the gratitude. Know that you want it because you do want it. Know that you have what it takes to accomplish your dream because you know you have accomplished something before. You have won a battle before. You have passed an exam before. So this exam you fail doesn't define you. Remember the things you've conquered in the past. And then you realize your dreams are still achievable. It's your boy, Ify Mccoy, and you can follow me on Facebook, Ify Mccoy, Instagram, Ify Mccoy. All the social media handling is Ify Mccoy. And I want to say thank you very much for tuning in today.
Thank you very much, Ify. And I love the energy and the topic that you were speaking on in upgrading yourself. I believe in that so much. I actually just put up a video a couple weeks ago talking about next level lifestyle. So it connects so well with what you need to do to get to the level and to meet the people that you really want to meet. And we're going to next bring up a great entrepreneur. His name is Larry Normile. He is hails straight out of Delaware, Maryland. self-made, doing his thing, and he is doing big things in the tattoo industry, and that's just one industry that he's doing well in. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Larry, to the Make Moves Major community. You can unmute yourself.
Hey guys, sorry about that. My name is Larry Norma. I'm in the Disney store right now, so I found a corner so I can take my mask off and talk. So don't mind that part. My kids are looking for dresses to match. So let me go ahead and start. I'm 41 years old. I was born in 1979. I was raised by a black man. That's my father to this day. That is my father. That's the only man I knew as my father. He will 100% always be my father. So I was raised in welfare housing and just in a different era than what is today. But what I got out of life is this. My father taught me dedication through work. He was a small businessman trying to make a living off of his life and was working towards his goals. So I learned how to become a businessman through that man. And he's my father. I love him to death. My mom taught me to chase my heart and don't listen to nobody else. Just follow my goals. Just do what I want. Do me with every intention of good heart and just hard work. So that's what I did. So I've come this last 41 years of my life, and I've went from welfare housing to basically living my life, man. I live the best life I can. I own a tattoo shop called Artistic Edition Tattoos. I own a tattoo supply store, and I own a couple other businesses too that are not emotionally tied to me. Just the tattoo industry is where I'm at. So far this year now, because I didn't give up on my goals in the last 20 years, I've went as far as I've went. 20 years ago, I was in jail. And when I was in jail, I decided to set a goal. I set 2 goals, and those goals were to become a tattoo artist. And at that time, I didn't even know how to tattoo. I was just needle and thread with a needle with Indian ink. A lot of people will know what that is. The older people will know what that is. So that's how I started tattooing. And when I was in jail, I was doing that. When I got out, I set a goal for that, and I set a goal to take care of my mom. And then this year, 2020, not only am I known all over the world for tattooing, I have a TV show starting that we're in the production of making right now. I have that. I'm in the middle of buying 5 of the biggest tattoo supply companies in the industry. I also own and operate one of the best, most elite tattoo studios in the world with all hand-picked people that I've taught how to tattoo and pierce in the industry. So what I've learned over the time is once you set a mindset to something, a goal, is nothing that can stop you. The only person that can stop you is yourself. So, I mean, I get on here and I know I'm supposed to talk a lot about what I got and what I'm doing, but really, I just like to spread wellness to other people and let them know that their mindset is what makes them. Like, I'm sure is what I am. I'm sure is what I look like, who I am. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to put myself together through. I know what I can go through. I know what I can overcome. We all can overcome anything. Just takes a mindset, man. Like, I give some nuggets for this year that I've went through. Like, we went through a lot of struggles, trials and tribulations in 2020, right? And one thing that I hope everybody's taken out of this is that there's an inner being inside of you that comes out of anything. Like, this is a pandemic that we've been through, right? I've been through 2008 through the Depression. I opened a studio in the Depression, actually. So it just shows that no matter what you're going through or what you're doing, that looks pretty, baby. You can go through any of it and get through it all. So just know that this year was your year to build, and the 2021 is the year to reap all the benefits of your hard work through 2020. And that goes to everybody on this podcast, everybody listening, anybody, man. You can go through it because trust me, I'm a kid that shouldn't be where I'm at. I'm a kid that, statistically speaking, I should be still in jail because I went to jail for something 20 years ago that I didn't even do. I swear to God on my life that God can strike me dead. That had nothing to do with me why I went to jail for that day. I should have been in jail for what I was doing, but I didn't. So at the end of the day, man, God gave me a break and I took advantage of that situation. And that's what you should have done for 2020. We should all have done that. We should have all taken advantage of 2020 and just made the best out of what a situation we couldn't do anything about, right? I couldn't do anything about 20 years ago because I didn't have the right lawyers. I didn't have the right knowledge of what I was supposed to be doing. If I would have known what I know now, I wouldn't have been in jail for 3 years. I would have been out on these streets doing what I was supposed to do, but I didn't know, right? So just like 2020, we couldn't predict what was going to happen. All we could do was predict what we were going to do, right? And every time something threw a curveball at you, you just got to move out the way and keep it moving. You hear it through every motivational speaker you ever hear in this world tell you that if you fall down, you got to get back up and move forward, right? 2020 was a fall down for everybody. That's why if you look around, you see more people popping up on the podcast, and the motivational speakers that stopped seeing new content came back out because they had to. You got to tip the hat to those people, man. They're just working their butt off because that's what they had to do. They had to reinvent themselves again. So that's what we have to do. And that's all this is about. I don't get on here to boast or anything because I know where I'm at in my life and I'm happy with my life. I just want to see everybody else happy because we all deserve it, right? We all deserve to be happy. It starts with that mindset, man. It's all it really starts with. You can see every day I post it to whom it may concern. Really, honestly, that's just me talking to myself. Those are conversations I'm having with myself. Those are conversations that helps me move forward, right? Those are what you have to do with yourself, man. Just talk to yourself and understand that you can make that decision to better yourself. You can talk about something in the past to learn a lesson from, right? Because that's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we grow together. And just get the right group of people. There's quite a few people that say, look in your phone and your contacts, right? And they can tell you where you're at in life. If you look through my phone, you'll see where I'm at in my life because my contacts, right? That's how you have to treat your life. Those are another things that help me. And those are things I know that can help you guys. Like if you're around negative people that you shouldn't be around, that you know that are bringing you down, just you have to let them go for right now. You can come back when you're ready, but you can't help somebody unless you're helping yourself first, right? Our mental has to be right. That's why Pratibha is an amazing person to me because she knows that and she's understanding that and she's trying to make a change in the world on that side of things. That was me 15 years ago when I had to deal with my mental issues, even down to 7 years ago when I had a mental break and almost committed suicide. Because in business and everything else, you never know the predictions of life. You know, you get up to a state where you're like, oh, nothing can take me down. And then all of a sudden you got to realize anything can take you down, right? But you also have to realize that you're at where you're at right now. You can get back there any day of the week. You put me anywhere on this world, in this earth, I can double to triple my worth just as you can. Sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. My son keeps calling my phone. Come on, man, stop calling me. Sorry, guys, I got to put my stuff on Do Not Disturb. Sorry about that, guys. So, I'm sorry. All right, I'm back. Couple technical difficulties. So, besides that, I don't really have much to say. You can check out my shop. I have a shop called Artistic Edition Tattoos. I have some of the best artists in the world working for me. I own supply stores and a tattoo supply store. So if you're looking for supplies, come check me out and follow my journey. You can just look me up, Larry Normile, you can Google me. My name comes up and everywhere. So if you just look me up, you can follow me on some platform and watch my thing. I'm on the road to becoming a billionaire and I'm doing a documentary and I want to do that. And the reason why I'm doing it is just to show the little Larrys and everybody else around this world that anything you put your mind to, you can do it. And it's that simple with a right mindset and a positive energy and understand that this universe aligns us together. Who's meant to be together will be together. So I love you guys. Thank you for having me. I don't know if I'll make it through the whole podcast. If I don't, I will look at it because I really only have about 8% battery life. I wasn't ready. But my family always comes first, guys. So that's why I'm here because I should be in my office right now doing this. But I apologize. I love you guys. Thank you for having me.
Thanks a lot, Larry. I really appreciate you being transparent and you sharing your story. And one great thing that I take away from your thing, what you were speaking is you were big on changing your mindset so you could go where you need to go. And I'm on that same tip. And one powerful thing that connects me with you is we don't live that far away from each other. You're in Delaware, I'm in Baltimore, and I'm just a few years younger than you. So that gives me inspiration to know that I can take it to that next level as well. So everyone has a story to tell. Everyone has some transparency that they can release to people to allow them to open up and realize that they could be a greater version of themselves. So I really love you stepping to the plate, Larry, and sharing your story of success. And I wish you all of the best on your leveling up to that billionaire state. Next up, we have on this Make Moves Major conference episode 1, we have the amazing Alpa Pandya-Patel. She's here to speak to us. She's an entrepreneur in her own right, keynote speaker, and she's also a part of the Bob Proctor Network. And I love the fact that I've been able to connect with her, and she's going to introduce herself and let you all know that you are powerful, and she's going to give you some nuggets to come into the 2021 correctly. Go ahead, Alpa.
Thank you so much, Lenwood. Happy New Year to all of you. As Lenwood has said, my name is Alpa Pandya-Patel. I'm founder and CEO of Mind Matrix Movement. I'm a BBC radio presenter, podcaster, entrepreneur, and author. I'm also a consultant within the Proctor Gallagher Institute, as Lenwood has quite rightly said. And I work very, very closely with the legendary figure and the godfather, I believe, of human potential and success, Bob Proctor. For the last 6 years, I've been helping people and businesses shift their paradigms so that they can really start living the life that they truly want to live instead of hoping and wishing for something. And today, as we move into 2021, let's focus on what you really want for you, because that is so, so, so important. So does this sound like you? You give up on resolutions within weeks of the new year. You're sad, you're frustrated or disappointed when you can't stick to what you promised yourself that you would achieve this year because you gave up too early. You know, you have altogether given up on making any promise to yourself to get or be better because you have convinced yourself you will fail. Yeah. If so, you are not alone. In fact, most resolutions, and around this time people think about setting resolutions, but most resolutions fail within weeks of the new year. And millions of people are disappointed with themselves when this happens. And that alone, in my opinion, is total BS, right? Now, one of the biggest reasons for this endless cycle of failure is because most people, they aren't taking personal accountability for the actual work it takes to make the changes that are needed to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve in your life. And the key to success with anything, especially bad resolutions, is your self-image. And that's something that I really want to speak about today. And this is what really controls you. It helps you or hinders you. And it creates lasting change. So without the proper self-image, you are always going to fail. Because as I said earlier, resolutions are BS. Don't make them. If you're going to do anything this year at the beginning of the year, then why don't you set yourself an intention? Why don't you make a decision and back that with action? Because most people haven't done the real work. They haven't worked on or created a better self-image. And that's what's really required to get you to where you really want to get to. So if you want to learn how you can stop creating disappointment in your life and start creating the right self-image, instead of chasing money and relationships and success, and why don't you use these 5 mantras to make these things flow to you effortlessly? So get yourself a pen and paper. And first of all, you know, you've got to feel the emotions. I think that is super, super important. Whenever you're going for anything, there's universal laws that are governing us, and we all govern by them, whether we believe them or not. And the primary law in the universe is the law of vibration. So you've got to feel with your emotions, right? And a good way of doing this, and I've learned this, and it's essential, is to be looking in the mirror and seeing the real you underneath all the limiting beliefs that you need to let go of, and all these beliefs, limiting beliefs that you have let keep you stuck where you are. Right? And the only reason you see yourself the way you do is because of your beliefs which caused your behavior, right? So if you change your beliefs, and your whole world will start to change. If you start changing your beliefs about you and what other people have said to you, and you know all these things that have happened in the past. And also a question to write down and answer for yourself is, what do I believe about myself, or things I was told that are getting in the way I'm going to do about it? What do I believe about myself, or things I was told that are getting in the way of what I want, and what am I going to do about it? Write that question down. Really take some time to answer that. And also consider a couple of these things as well. Who am I not to trust? Yeah. I am what I want and I attract what I am. Yeah. Always remember that. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. Okay. Everything that I can think is already in existence. Start thinking this way. I am a magnet to high paying clients or whoever it is that you want. If you've got a business and you want clients, start saying this to yourself. It's all auto-suggestion. Yeah. I surrender to the creator. You, the powerful universe, will let you to work your magic in divine timing. So let yourself work your own magic in the timing to deliver what is already yours. Yeah. And through awareness of thought, everything you've got to understand is energy. Everything is vibration. So allowing yourself to become more aware, be aware what your brain is processing, and breathe. Take time to breathe properly. We're all breathing, we know that, but breathe in everything, and breathing is everything. Yeah. So start to calm your mind. And through the creation of our reflection, everything is really a reflection of us. That's super, super important to understand that, because we attract everything that we are, as I said earlier. So everything is what we are. Everything is a reflection of you. So be what we want to attract. Start thinking about what it is that you truly, truly want. And that is what you're going to start to attract to yourself. Be love to attract love. Yeah. Start giving to attract money. And through your actions of service, what you put out is what you get back. Okay. What you sow is what you reap. It's the law. It's another universal law. The law of cause and effect takes place here. What goes out must come in. Energy must flow. It's always flowing. And money must always be flowing. Money must always circulate. So if we help more people get what they want, you will ultimately get what it is that you want. And we've heard a lot of talk about mindset today, and it really is to do with mindset. But remember, 95% is mindset. Only 5% is strategy. Okay, you can have the best strategy in the world, but if your mind isn't set correctly, then the strategy is going to fail. So thank you very much. You can find out more about me on mindmatrix.com. Matrix is spelt with a double X. So do find the website, and you can learn more about me and what it is that I do. And you can also join my free Facebook group. It's called Game of Minds with Alpa Pandya-Patel. And I'd love to see you there. And lastly, I'd just like to thank everybody for giving me this time to speak with you and to share something with you that I have learned through the last 6 years of being in the personal development industry.
Thank you very much, Alpa. I love what you speak about. You speak about taking accountability. I am big on that. A lot of people don't want to look at themselves in the mirror, and they don't want to say what they can do. They want to blame everything else on others when there's a lot that you can do despite what others throw in front of you. And I love the fact you speak a lot about mind state shifting and universal law. What you become or what you are is what you attract, and that is so true. So I thank you for joining this Make Moves Major Conference, and I look forward to connecting to you and doing more things with you in the future. Thank you, Alpa.
Thank you.
So So yes, Miss Andrea Mason is up next. I love her spirit ever since I first connected with her on the Les Brown Network. She is a tiny little ball of energy, and I've seen her grow just in a matter of months. I've seen her light shine, and she has started her own entrepreneurial path and is leading herself to greatness. And she's going to share some good stuff for y'all on this Make Moves Major Roundtable Talk. I'll leave it all to you. Andrea, please introduce yourself.
Yes, sir, Mr. Lenwood. I appreciate being on this platform with like-minded individuals, the greatest of the world. We need this today, along with co-host Ms. Nompumelelo. I thank you so much. I am a daughter, mother, wife, friend, loved ones, and acquaintance that always provides positivity within your life. My sole purpose and mission and goal is to create a legacy for a better world for our families, our society, and our community. I am also an experienced motivational, as Mr. Lenwood had said, as being mentored by the Mr. Les Brown. We have met, and he has been my go-to on this path, always keeping me accountable, like we have spoken throughout the thread of this podcast, and I am grateful to be upon this platform. As a motivational speaker, yes, I am taking stride, thrive, and pride in everything I do, bringing you the best content with my goals, my stories, including to inspire others and create a legacy, not only for our son, but for my family and yours, to create a better world, empowering all with whom I meet and to see their fullest potential. I am one of complete integrity. What you see is what you get has been my tagline all throughout my life. Yes, as Lenwood said, I am tiny, I am petite, but it doesn't matter the size of the dog, it matters the bark, and that's my voice. I am here to instill passion, hope, integrity, inspiration, and motivation. Now, from my mentor, Mr. Les Brown, he says, help others achieve their dreams and you will achieve yours. And in the mere fact, I have been doing that. I have been helping others and making my point and account to bring integrity to this world back into what it was. Yes, as the preliminary speaker, Ify Mccoy had stated, don't bring what 2020 has given you. Take those nuggets, those wisdoms, those lessons and losses, and bring those to fruition for 2021. 2021 is a great one. It's that of empowerment, instillment, faith. Walk by faith and not by sight. These are the tools that are given that we cannot see. What was going on, we couldn't see, but we have to protect ourselves first to protect others. And we are here to make a moment, make a movement, make an influence and impact upon others. Do you really want to have somebody dictating your life? You be the author to your story. You be the one to create and mold what you want to become. Dreams are here. Dreams can be made and created through these tough times. I want you to comment below and write this down. Miracles are made through tough times. Remember to follow your heart and not the herd, nor the hurt. Through life's trials, tribulations, triumphs are won. And once you learn to plan a life according to you, you can be in complete control and be happy with all that you have. Learn from what you have. Be grateful with a gratitude attitude. It's the mindset that you put into place to make your move. It's the thought content. If you have toxicity in your life, remove it. Today, start with a clean slate. Start with a mindset of motivation, dedication, determination, and thrive to do your best self. We only have one life on this earth. We only have one shot, but through our failures, we evolve and grow. Through our lessons learned, we can pay it forward. So I ask each and every one of you today, hear this from my heart, from my mouth to yours, or someone in need. We are not alone. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a community to share a message. And it takes heart, love, faith, belief to achieve your dreams. You have a dream. Live that dream. It's here for you. It's here to be spoken and made. And again, if you help others achieve your dreams, you will achieve yours. From the words of my mentor, Mr. Les Brown. Thank you, Mr. Lenwood and Nompumelelo, for having me, and I appreciate it, and I'm grateful to be here today. Happy New Year, everyone. My name is Andrea Mason. You can find me on Facebook and Play for Life 111 on Instagram. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Andrea Mason. I loved your spirit ever since I first met you. And like I said, you were just a blooming flower, and you were just showing every day that you are here for a reason. And I love, once again, you were talking about mindset. You were talking about taking some old things and leaving them behind. You were talking about stepping into entrepreneurism. A lot of people can't take that risk because they're so afraid. But at the end of the day, this world was founded upon entrepreneurism. Before all these big businesses, everyone were small businesses out of their homes. Way, way, way back in the days of time. That was what it was originally. But with so much big names out here, everyone's afraid. They just want to fall in line. So I love what you talked about, Miss Andrea. And next is my co-host, Nompumelelo Kunene, and she hails from Swaziland, and now she's living in Canada. And she is an entrepreneur in her own right, has her own travel agency, and some more things. And she is going to give y'all some jewels on how to proceed right now. And remember, you're tuned into the Make Moves Major Roundtable Talk, baby. And we're going to give you those things to go forward through into 2021. I'll leave it to you, Miss Nompumelelo.
Thank you so much, Lenwood, for such a powerful conference in the beginning of the new year. And thank you so much, amazing speakers, for sharing your messages. Honestly, I've been actually writing everything down that you're sharing today. So my name is Nompumelelo Kunene. I am a mentor coach and who is well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness, because I believe that we're in full control of our choices. So my title, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. So thank you so much for having me today, Lenwood. And I'm just going to share some nuggets on personal empowerment. But before I continue, I just want to double check if I'm in the right platform here. How many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve maybe in the next 6 months? I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, I'm talking about the vision that you have for your future. I'm talking about this, something that you crave for your whole entire life, and you're going to go all out to have it. As you think about your dreams and visions and goals that you want to achieve in the next 6 months, I want you to put in the chat box, rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights. No one is born feeling self-empowered, but our mindset can instantly change from being negative to positive with patience and determination. Empowerment, it means that you don't crumble under failure. If your individual life is empowered, it can only have an empowering impact to those around you. So, and during challenging times, you love what you love what you care so deeply, so that there will be no hardship that will take you from your desired direction. And focus on what you gain from the experience rather than on what you lose. So you need to empower yourself to create a meaningful change with grace and share the light around you. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Pastor Stephen Fatick, he once said that be governed by your calling, not your circumstances. Be governed by your calling, not your circumstances. If I can be honest with you, this message to me, it stirred something within me. I so wish that you can just tell yourself that today I'll have to make a difference in my life. As the year begins, I'll have to make a difference to those around me, to those who look at me as an inspiration. But in order for you to make a difference to those individuals around you, you've got to be hungry, like Les Brown say that. You've got to be hungry like the hungry lion in the jungle. That hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. That hungry lion, all he sees in front of his face is lunch. Lunch. And it's so funny because even elephants, even squirrels, when they see a lion, they just run. It's all up here in their mindset because they told themselves that I am a lunch to that lion. So if each and every time when I see that lion, I'll have to run. So I believe that's the mindset that we need as the new year begins. We'll have to have that mindset that we are hungry. So good people, this is a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call. But please, when that alarm clock goes off, please don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I'll wake up in the next 2 minutes. I'll wake up in the next 4 minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up, get going, and run your own race? Another person's success does not equate to you as a failure. If you downplay your strengths to others, you may end up internalizing this message and underestimating your own power. You will lose track of the importance of what you're doing if you keep on worrying about the competition around you. So encourage yourself in the same way that you would to a close friend. So if I can ask, who is ready to run their own race today? Say I. I so wish that you could just tell yourself right now that, you know what? I'll have to make a difference. This is my year. 2021 is my year. 2020 was kind of a year, but this is my year. And honestly, you don't have to see the whole staircase to get started. You'll have to take the first footstep for you to get started. Personal empowerment is so crucial in this new year. It is so crucial. But because I believe that we all rise together, Lenwood put this conference for us so that we can all rise together. We can build each other up instead of tearing each other down. Because my everyday book, it says that it is God who arms me with strength and makes my way perfect. So I believe that God gives me the strength. The greatest things in our lives often come from the most intense growing pains that we go through. But I believe to evolve rather than dissolve under pressure. Can you please write this down? Write this down. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. If I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you have about your future. I don't know what dreams you have for the next 6 months, for example, but I believe there is greatness within every one of us. There is something so special within you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of us, God has put seeds of excellence. And those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters. And some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that God has better plans for every one of us. Your objective is what you're designed for and the reason why you live today. That's your objective. You have a purpose to fulfill while you are still alive in this world. This is when growth commences, because discovering a gift and following God's idea will make you understand that you have a purpose to fulfill as an individual. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, and what gifts and what books will die with you? And he also continued that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the dreams, all the visions, all the goals have been buried. And he also mentioned that you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to become great in life. I don't know about you, when you hear this message, what you think, but with me, honestly, this message, it gave me sleepless nights. It gave me sleepless nights in such a way that I was thinking that what dreams can die with me if I had to die today? And I'm so proud today to introduce Rise to Greater Heights book before you today. This is a comprehensive guide to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, especially under these circumstances. So this book, it has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. And I also have a free transformation guide on my website. If you are interested in transforming your life, in rising to greater heights, you can check it out on my website. It's risetogreaterheights.com. You can get that free gift for yourself or your family member or your loved one who just need that inspiration to face the world with a positive mindset. Because I think whosoever say that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Nompumelelo, Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my co-host and bright sunshine, Miss Nompumelelo. Every time I hear you speak, it is so eye-opening because you are big on taking them next steps. You love the rise into greater heights, and I believe in that so much. It just gives you energy. You speak a lot of empowerment, and that is what people must do to take it to that next level, to live that next level lifestyle. They need empowerment. They need to believe in themselves that they have a greater cause. So I love the energy that you put forth. Next, we have a great motivational speaker. I've heard him speak before. He has a lot of things for you to ponder on, and he's going to wake you up. I have Mr. Superstar Aliu Ba, and he is going to bring some magic to the microphone and bring in the 2020 right on the Make Moves Major Conference. Go ahead, you can unmute yourself, Aliu.
Hello, guys. My name is Aliu. I am so grateful to be here today. And I wanted to thank Lenwood and Nompumelelo for hosting this great phenomenon speaking day for us. And I want to thank all my co-speakers today from the Power Voice group. And I'm so grateful to be here. I really thank God to go to 2020 and be where we are today. And my name is Aliwa. I was born and raised in Gambia, and I studied sales and marketing as a profession. And I work in insurance company, I work in printing company. And in 2019, I started doing my self-development, which really revolutionized my life. And I started doing a course with Les Brown, which really changed my life a lot. And meeting great people with a great mindset, I am so grateful today. And ladies and gentlemen, and whosoever is listening today, I just want you to do something with me today. Because sometimes, we tend to forget ourselves or forgive ourselves and work on so many things that is happening outside us. And then the things that are happening within us, we ignore this. And these are very important things. So I want you to take a moment to put your hand on the right hand part of your chest, and then breathe in with your mouth closed, and then breathe out with your mouth open. And then say to yourself, please forgive me. I'm sorry, and I love you. So ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this? Whosoever is listening today and my co-speakers, please do this together with me. Put your right hand on your chest, breathe in, and breathe out with your mouth closed. Let's do this open 3 times. And say to yourself, please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. How do you feel? This is like a great relief. It's like you've just uplifted a big load in your head. Because sometimes we tend to work outside of the outside world and then tend to forget working on our inner self. So I'm coming today to tell you about how we can work on our subconscious mind and the programming in our subconscious mind, and how we can be conscious about what we're doing. That is also part of the mindset development and self-development. Our subconscious mind is an autopilot. When the subconscious mind is switched off, the subconscious mind take over automatically without you realizing. I'll give you an example. When you started driving a car and you have no idea how you can use the gear at the same time changing gear, focusing on the left and the right and in the back and in the front, and you are just confused. The instructor is there telling you to do that. You're just doing multitask. Sometimes you get confused. You don't even know what you're doing. But there will be a time that you realize that you can do these things even without concentrating. And then you just there chatting with someone on the side. And then you are still focused on the road. What happened there? Because all these programs have been downloaded into your subconscious mind. without you knowing this. So you tend to do these things unconsciously without even realizing. But all of a sudden you just say, oh, I'm on the road. And then you're just conscious about it. But you were using the autopilot of your subconscious mind, driving on the road without even concentrating, and you were chatting. Why? Because these programs have been downloaded into our subconscious mind. So ask yourself, what are these programs that were downloaded into our subconscious mind? My subconscious mind. This make me behave the way I'm behaving in society. This make me act the way I'm acting on society. Because our brains are like computers. We need to go in there time to time to find out which file we need and which files are not needed, which file is relevant for us and which are not relevant for us. And trying to format your whole brain. Sometimes I do that, because what happens is I will sit down a whole day. Sometimes I have some negative thought, positive thought coming, so they just clash into my head. So I try to control myself to think positive at all the time. So sometimes this make me control what I'm thinking of and what I'm taking. That's why it's very important also when you wake up first thing in the morning, because your mind cycle from 1.5%. So whatever you encounter that early morning, either it's negative or positive, it will stay in your mind for the rest of the day. So we have to be very considerate about these things. So what happened is the next point. Our subconscious mind is the creative mind, and our subconscious mind is the habit built in us or part of us that we do unconsciously without even realizing. That's why you see people behaving in such a way in society, and you wouldn't understand. These programs have been downloaded into their subconscious mind without them knowing what they're operating on. And most of them, the 90% of people will be operating based on the program that were downloaded into their subconscious mind. And desires, and the subconscious mind program the mind. That's why we've been programmed in a certain way, that we behave certain way, we talk certain way, we act certain way in society without us realizing this. You don't get healed by the pill, but the belief in the pill. Sometimes you go to a doctor who will give you a prescription about a drug. That pill doesn't heal you. It's the belief you have in that pill that heals you. But if you don't believe in that pill can heal you, you can never be healed. So beliefs are very, very important. It all comes down to the mind, how you think. And also, our subconscious mind are programmed based on our families. Example, you were born in a poor family. From the age of 1 to 7, you have a program downloaded into your subconscious mind. This is the way you believe that you are poor and you came from a poor family. So you just believe that you are poor. So you can't do certain things to be rich. And then if you're born in a rich family, automatically this program have been downloaded into your subconscious mind that you believe that I'm born rich. So this is how you'll be behaving, and that's how you show up in society. This is the difference between the poor and the rich. So sometimes, these are things that you believe in yourself and you're trying to do things to change them several times, make so much effort, to be who you are, but you don't understand these programs have been downloaded into your subconscious mind from the age of 1 to 7, and they're really blocking you to be who you want to be because of these beliefs in your subconscious mind. And then Robert Kiyosaki said this: if you said to yourself, I can afford this, what have you just done there? You just took your mind to sleep. And then that's the poor mindset. But if you said, how can I afford this? It's taking your mind to work. This is the difference between the poor and the rich. So we should be very careful how we think of ourselves and the things we said about ourselves. And if you change your program, then you change your belief system, your perception, and you can be anything you want to be in this world. As I said earlier, a child his or her habits during these first 7 years of his or her childhood that is downloaded into his or her subconscious mind unconsciously depend on what the child is surrounded with at that period, or what the child is being exposed to. So we have to be very careful. When you surround your kids with certain programs, with certain things, when mom and dad is happy, the kids are happy. That's what they surround, that's what they know. But if mom and dad is not happy, the kids are not happy. They've been exposed to these programs and then they believe that, oh, I'm not happy child because mom and dad is not happy. And whatever you're doing in front of this kid from the age of 1 to 7, it's been recorded and downloaded into their subconscious mind. So they will show up in society like that. And that's how they be behaving. So we are who we are depending on the environment we are. And that determines our personal belief and the way we are programmed, that the world we create around us. Be aware and be present of what you're doing and where you are at all times, ladies and gentlemen. The way we act, the way we behave, and our behavior are things that were downloaded into our subconscious mind unconsciously without us knowing it. So it's very important to surround yourself with the right people and the right environment as well. So our mind is our government. And when we entertain harmony, happy living, good lifestyle, then you are in control of your mind. So don't be in the system, be outside the system, so you can be conscious of being you, knowing who you are and enjoying who you are. And positive thoughts are powerful because they contribute a lot to who you become and what you think of you become. The Book of Man Thinkers said this. And what make you happy is love. Love, being love, eating healthy and good food, and also the harmony of the environment. That's why it's good to have a program to work on yourself as well. Do some exercises, whatever you expose to yourself, the food you eat, contribute to who you become. And in all this program, the habits, it's been downloaded into your subconscious. So encourage yourself to be in good habits on a daily basis. Eat healthy, plan a program for yourself to work out every single day, and then have a morning routine where you can wake up. So this is helping you on your self-development and changing your mindset to where you want to be in the future. And the way you reprogram your subconscious mind is by repetition on a daily basis. Believe in yourself. Know that you can be anything you want to be in this world, and that you can do anything you wish to do in this world. Never look down on yourself. Look yourself beyond your imagination, that you can do anything because you are born with a special gift and a potential in you that you can do anything you wish to do. And also, once you change your subconscious mind and be conscious of what you're doing, you then change yourself to become a better you, because you are conscious of what you're doing, not unconscious, and you using your conscious mind, not your subconscious mind programming. And knowledge is power, and lack of knowledge is lack of power. So if you know this, it's going to help you a long way to go a long way in life. And also, the last but not the least, then we create a wall of harmony, tranquility, and peace within ourselves, because we are created from the same cells as one human being, and we are the same people in the eyes of God. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to thank you so much for listening to me and giving me this opportunity, Lenwood, to present this knowledge that I have and share it with people who can benefit from this. I am so grateful, and then God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, superstar. I loved what you began with that breathing technique. That is definitely a good vibe, and forgiving yourself is deep. Forgiving yourself is very deep because a lot of us beat ourselves up for things we do every day. And if we can let go of those things, we can be so successful and we can be so grateful for the things that we are doing, right? And I love that you spoke a lot about changing that subconscious mind, because that subconscious mind is what's talking to us when we're trying to make our decisions. And a lot of times we don't want to listen to it. We want to listen to all the noise in the forefront. So thank you, Mr. Alu, for speaking today. And up next on the Make Moves Major Conference is Miss Marie Ann Rouse. I love listening to her speak. I met her via Nompumelelo Real Kunene's podcast, Rise to Greater Heights. I had the fortune to speak side by side with her on mental health. She is a holistic therapist and teacher, and she has her own entrepreneurial level that she's going to, and she's going to share y'all some more jewels that will carry y'all through the 2021. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Miss Marianne.
Good morning, aloha, bonjour. Thank you so much for having me here. So thank you, Lenwood, and also thank you, Nompumelelo, for hosting and organizing this event, because it is a timely event, a spectacular lineup of speakers with topics that are exactly what the world does need today. And yes, like Andrea was saying, taking notes. I have been taking a lot of notes, that is for sure. So many golden nuggets in everything. So it is an honor to be here among all this greatness, and I can't wait to hear also the other speakers that are coming up. So my name is Marianne Rouse, and I'm originally from Europe and currently living in Hawaii, where I started actually being an entrepreneur at an early age. So as a young child, I was taking violin lessons and also selling my crafts so as to buy new strings without asking my mom for money. And now I am a speaker, author, and serial entrepreneur. And thanks to Mr. Les Brown and other mentors in my life, I am on a mission to inspire and motivate individuals whose nests have been shaken. I am on a mission to help them to let go in order to live and soar. So I would like to actually start with a quote from Brian Tracy. And this is a pretty long quote, so go ahead and pay attention to all the words. So Mr. Tracy says, develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks to everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. So I'm going to repeat that very last part, knowing that every step forward is a step toward achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. And so the reason why I share this quote is because we just wrapped up 2020, and 2020 for pretty much everybody has been a crazy year in one way or another. And it is important to realize what has taken place as we move forward and realize that all the steps that we took in 2020 are steps to help us reach something bigger and better in 2021. And it is important also that we move away from some things that happened in 2020, something that seemed to recur quite a bit in a lot of circumstances was negativity. And we need to move away from that negativity in order to be able to move forward. There's a book that I'm reading right now. It's called The Power of Human Connection. And in there, Mr. Cody Bateman, he says, when you are typing, or writing words of kindness to another human being, it is not possible to think of anything negative at the same time. Which I was like, wow, I had never thought about that, but that is so true. When I'm focusing on positive thoughts, it is impossible for my mind to have negative thoughts at the same time. And so to achieve bigger and better things this coming year, 2021, there are two things that I'm going to urge you to do on a daily basis. So I'm going to urge you and encourage you to journal about gratitude on a daily basis. Write down 5 to 10 things that you are grateful for. And then the second thing is actually to write a note of gratitude to someone else and send it to that person. And as you start writing notes, you're going to notice different names that are going to be set on your heart. And they're going to be on your heart for a reason, to where they need to hear from you. They need to hear those words of gratitude. And that is called a prompting. Listen to the promptings that are put on your heart and act upon them. And something that I noticed for myself when I started doing that, I've been doing this for over a year, I noticed a tremendous shift. And the shift that I noticed was in strengthening relationships with family. I noticed a shift in strengthening relationships with friends, strengthening relationships with my business associates, and also my clients and customers. And through all that strengthening, it also brought a huge shift by focusing on the gratitude, shift in abundance in all aspects of life and business. And this has been simply for focusing on gratitude, something so simple that is so powerful. And the book that I'm reading right now, The Power of Human Connection, I am finding so many great nuggets and so much wonderful information in this book that I decided to give away 10 copies of it. And the easiest way for me to do that, I was like, you know what? While I am here on this wonderful platform, the first 10 people to reach out to me on my website, mariannerose.com, they can just fill out the contact me form that is in there. The first 10 people to reach out, I will send them a copy of this book. This is not my book. I am not the author of this book. I am writing a book, but this one is so wonderful that I'm like, you know what? Let me give away 10 copies of it to the very first 10 people that reach out to me. So with that said, I want to go ahead and say thank you for listening. I want to say thank you to all our speakers, and thank you, Lenwood and Nompumelelo, for organizing this event, and encourage everyone to keep on living in gratitude. So Lenwood, I give it back to you.
Thank you very much, Miss Marie Ann. I apologize for that. Marie Ann Rouse. I really love the way you speak, because you speak directly from the heart. You speak with passion. You speak with transparency, and you speak a lot about gratitude, giving gratitude to yourself and to others, which is an inspiring thing all in its own. And it's great to think like that, because a lot of people find it hard to give gratitude to others, first of all, because they're so self-absorbed. So it's actually humbling to be able to do that, especially through the form of writing as well. So next up, we have a great, powerful speaker from right here in the US of A. She has a great story, and I love the way she speaks, and she's also a poet as well. And I am too. Maybe y'all will catch some of that at some other time. But I've actually heard her do live poetry on one of the Les Brown recordings, and she did her thing, baby. So next up is Miss Taneisha Ramsey. Unmute yourself and introduce the world to the fire that is within you.
Hey, Lenwood. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I am just honored to be on this last part of the leg of the conference, so I want to keep the energy up because we're almost coming down to the home stretch. I'm your home stretch kind of girl, so it's all good. It's all good. Like you said, my name is Taneisha, but my friends call me T. T stands for tenacious. Because how many of you know you got to be tenacious to hold on to your goals and your dreams? If you're not tenacious about your goals and dreams, guess what? As soon as things don't start working your way, you're going to quit. You're going to say it's not worth it. It's not meant for me. But that's not true. You heard a lot today about mindset. But what I want to remind you of is if you don't even know your thoughts that you're thinking, it's going to be hard for you to do what you're trying to do. You're using willpower to get things done, but it got to be deeper than that. You got to go to the subconscious level. You actually have to listen to your thoughts. I didn't know that. I didn't know that I could actually hear myself thinking until I became more aware of the thoughts that were coming into my own mind, not from what other people were saying directly, but for what I was saying to myself. Because I had been through a lot of trauma in my life, a lot of things that I thought about myself weren't good thoughts. Because I would remember the abuse. I would remember the molestation. I would remember the domestic abuse. I would remember the fights that I watched my parents have and things like that of dysfunction. So there was a lot of dysfunction going on in my life that, like we heard from our brother earlier, from age 1 to 7, when those things are programmed into our mind, we don't even realize sometimes that we're still having those thoughts of unworthiness, those thoughts that we don't deserve it. But I'm here today to tell you, you can monitor your thoughts. You can hear what you're saying. And anytime a negative thought comes up into your mind, you are to shut it down. Shut it down. You got to tell your own self to stop that negative stinking thinking and shut it down. When you talk about your goals and your dreams being tenacious, that means that you are going to be resilient. That you're not going to be the one to stop yourself. You're going to keep pushing. You're going to keep moving forward. You're going to keep that dream alive. You're going to actually believe in you, the power that's inside of you. We have God's spirit that lives inside of us. So trust me, there's nothing that we can't do. I remember when I opened my business, had no experience in the home health industry. Yes, I was a nurse, a registered nurse with a master's degree for 17 years, but I had no idea what a business was going to hold for me. And it was hard. It was a lot of times I wanted to give up, but I was so thankful that I started playing messages in my head that were positive, messages like winners never quit and quitters never win. Messages like excuses are the tools of the incompetent, building monuments of nothingness, and those who excel in them seldom succeed in anything else. See, we're so smart that we can make sexy excuses. You're your biggest accountability partner. Remember that. You are your biggest accountability partner because, see, can't nobody hold me accountable the way I can hold myself accountable. Just like no one can hold you accountable to your best level because you are the only one that knows how you're fulfilling your very best level. See, I could come and do 50%. And the average person, you won't know, is this 50% of Taneisha? Or is this 100%? It's up to me, just like it's up to you. It's up to us to give 100% in anything that we do. So you have to be tenacious. You have to be resilient because life is going to test the authenticity of your dreams and goals. Life is going to test you in so many different ways. Another T I want you to remember is time. You have 86,400 seconds in a day. And my friend Ian Harvey, he told me how you spend that time is the only greatest asset that you really own. You don't own money. Money comes and goes. You don't own material things. It comes and goes. But the asset of time, you have the ability to time stamp today and make history for tomorrow. Because all we have is right now. Yesterday is in the past. But in this moment, I'm creating history right now for tomorrow. We're creating history for tomorrow. I'm not living in the past. My past doesn't look that sweet. But guess what? God is writing a new future, and he's writing a good ending for my story. And you have to participate in that story. You have to be the writer. God is the author and finisher, yes, but you have to participate. You have to believe. You have to use your time wisely. What are you going to do right now? That's all we have. That's why my website is called Taneisha Now, because I'm not worried about what I did in the past. I'm worried about what I'm doing in the future. And I'm not even worried because tomorrow, hey, it may not never come. But today, when I show up, I'm showing up as the best version of myself. Just like you can show up as the best version of you. No one else can make you be the best version. You, whether you own a business or not, you are the CEO of your life. You're the CEO of your life.
Okay, can you give me a better?
And right now, Lenwood, I think Lenwood, I'm hearing you in the background, so mute yourself, and then you can just edit. No problem. You are the CEO of your life. So being the CEO of your life, I actually want you to take your hand and put your thumb under your chin and put your finger right here. And now I want you to lift your chin up and look up. Look up. Because you're going to have to keep looking up to get to your dreams. Like my mentor, Les Brown says, if you can look up, you can get up. So any setback that you have, hey, when you fall down, remember to keep looking up. Keep looking up to God and ask for help, and you can get up. Another T I want you to remember is turn around. This is 2021, the turnaround season. 2020 is over. In 2020, we had a lot of time to prepare, to plan. But now, 2021, turnaround season. What are you going to do in 2021 to turn your circumstances around, to turn your thinking around, to turn your life around? We always get this moment right now to turn it around. Another T I want you to remember is tough. You have to be tough. You have to have a tough mindset. You have to have a toughness about you, your own somebodyness. Like Martin Luther King said, I love the fact that he said that. I said, I don't even know that if that's a word, but because Dr. King said it, hey, I'll take that. He said, you got to believe in your own somebodyness. You got to be tough enough to believe in yourself, your own somebodyness. So remember those T's that I just said. Time, what are you going to use your time to do? Tenacious, are you going to be tenacious, resilient about holding on to your goals and dreams? Are you going to let this be your turnaround season? Turn it all around. And how are you even going to talk to yourself? That self-talk is key. You heard it all today. It doesn't matter what other people say about you. What are you saying about you? And what God says about you is that you are more than a conqueror, that you are first and not last, that you are the head and not the tail. See, you were born to win. We're already set up to win. We're not victims. We're victors. Live in your victorious self. Be victorious in everything you do. Show up 100%, no matter how small the task is, because when you show up 100% for small tasks, God will give you more big tasks. He'll open another door because guess what? You didn't complain. You didn't give half of yourself because you thought nobody was watching. When nobody is watching, that's when you do your best, because guess what? That's preparing you for the big screen, the big opportunities, the big doors, and God can trust you that you'll do your best in anything that you do. So again, my name is Taneisha. My friends call me T. T stands for tenacious. If you want to find me, yes, I'm a best-selling author. I have my own website, Taneisha, TANEISHA now.com. You can find me on TaneishaNow.com. You can join my Facebook group, She Thrives Now, because we're done with surviving. We've survived the storm. Now it's time to have an abundant mindset and thrive at life. That's why I'm here today. I could have kept my lessons to myself. I could have kept things that I wasn't proud of to myself. But I decided that I'm going to help somebody else heal through their trauma, through their pain. I'm going to help break these guilt cycles, this shame that we continue to live in. Break them off for good. I hope to hear from you soon. Again, contact Taneisha now at gmail.com is my email. Join my Facebook group. Join me. I'm ready to walk with you in 2020. I'm now a coach, a motivational speaker, and I'm here to help change lives all over the world, one life at a time. And you can do the same. God bless.
Thank you so much, Taneisha. I love your energy and I love when you share your story. I really enjoyed you really honing in on the thought of using your time wisely, basically, because at the end of the day, time is all we got. I saw a movie called In Time with an actor that most people don't think can act, and that's Justin Timberlake. And it's a real good movie. I advise y'all, if y'all want to think about utilizing time and how precious time is, it's called In Time. It's probably on demand. And it takes time and puts it in the place of money and actually link it into your body cellularly. And basically, if you don't have any time, you die. So that's some deep thought. So check out that movie. And it connects with the things that Taneisha is talking about, that you must show up. I really love that idea of making sure you show up, because I, just like some of these other speakers, are new to the stage. Some have much more experience than me, and some are new as me. And the fact that you keep showing up like me, having the strength and the wherewithal and the mind to put together something like this, and despite technical difficulties, didn't let it fluster me and put on this event, is showing up. So showing up is great. It don't matter what it is. Sometimes even if you're feeling down, just showing up, sometimes your presence make a difference, because you don't know how strong your impact is when you don't show up. Next, he's not hitting. Sid was supposed to be here again. I don't know what's going on. I contacted him twice, but we must move on with the show. So last, on the speaker side, I will speak, and then we have about 6 speakers left, including Nompumelelo, and we're going to go on to the question and answer, where we're going to be speaking on some powerful personal development and mindset questions and how we get through those situations. But first, I am going to speak to y'all. If y'all are just tuning in to this lovely podcast, this powerful speaker on January 1st, 2021, this is the Make Moves Major Round Table Talk. Oh, here goes Sid. Hey, Sid, are you ready to speak? Sid, you're going to unmute yourself.
Let's do it.
You ready to speak, buddy?
Let's do it.
All right, it's on you. Please introduce yourself, Mr. Sid Owsley, hailing from Silver Spring, Maryland, entrepreneur. He lives close to me, so that's an inspiration, and he's going to share with y'all some tools. And one of them may be the 3 Ds that he's put into his lifestyle and that he shares. I love his confidence, and I love how he comes on the microphone. So welcome, Sid Owsley, y'all.
All right, thank you, Lenwood. My name is Sid Owsley, and Happy New Year, everyone. I'd like to thank Lenwood and Nompumelelo for providing this platform for myself and my fellow speakers to be able to share some nuggets with y'all on this first day of 2021. And I would like everyone to write down or put in the comments, get it done in 21. Get it done in 21. And also, I'd like to ask you a question. Have you ever had a goal or a dream that you were so determined to achieve that no one or no thing could stop you? Well, that's great, because I want to introduce you to what I call the 3 Ds to success, something that I live by every day. The 3 Ds to success is determination determines destination. You see, many times people talk about motivation when they want to achieve their goals and dreams. But motivation is a temporary emotional high. Motivation happens when you're at a workshop or a seminar and you're there with 100 people and all of you are working on the same thing and there's a lot of emotion in the room. It's a very emotionally charged atmosphere. It's easy to get things done. But what happens when you go back home and you're paying the bills, you're sitting in traffic, and you're back in that daily grind, and it comes time for you to apply what you learned in that workshop? People usually say these 3 words: I'm not motivated. They're not motivated anymore because they don't have that emotionally charged atmosphere around them to keep them going. You see, motivation is what gets you started, but it is your determination that keeps you going. Determination determines your destination in life. And in 2021, you have to be more determined than ever to achieve your greatness. 2021 is the year of getting it done. You see, in 2020, I call that the year of the reset, the year of exposure. The world's systems and foundations were exposed for not being as stable and as strong as we thought. Healthcare systems, governmental systems, financial systems were pushed to the brink of failure. Millions of people have died. Millions of people have lost their jobs. These are people who thought that their lives were set. They thought that everything was okay. And now we see that these things that we've depended on are not as rock solid as we thought. So in 2021, we have to take our destiny, our destination, our lives back into our own hands. This is the time for you to go after what you want in life. This is the time to be determined to determine your own destination in life. This is the time to leave a legacy, to set your foundation, to go after your dreams and goals. Because as we've seen in 2020, that tomorrow is definitely not promised. Go after what you want in life now. Do not delay. There are 3 things I want you to write down to help you to do this. One of those things is develop a strong why. Developing your why is the fuel that will keep you going. And your why cannot be just about making money. I just want to make some more money. See, just wanting to make some more money, you can just go out and get another job and do that. And getting that other job, if you do that for too long, that will just sap your health. It'll sap your energy. Then you're no good to yourself or your family when you become sick. And as we can see from 2020, getting sick is something we definitely want to try to avoid more than ever now. Your why has to be something that is a mission. Your why has to be something that is about being of service to the world, to your community, to your family. And it has to be about something that is building you up, not tearing you down. Another thing that I would like for you to write down is create a gratitude list. Every day, write down 10 things that you're grateful for. Do this for at least 30 days. Set aside 5 minutes or less to write down 10 things that you're grateful for. You see, gratitude shows the universe that you believe in abundance and not scarcity. And when you believe in abundance, when abundance is in your soul, the universe will provide you with more. It's when you believe in scarcity that you become panicked, that you beg for what you need instead of believing and knowing that it will come to you no matter your circumstances. That is called living from the inside out instead of the outside in. When you live from the inside out, you know that the universe is about abundance and that you will receive more. It may not always seem like it. It may not look like it. But as long as you are determined to determine your own destination in life, as long as you are willing and determined to overcome all obstacles and challenges, you will receive more. You will receive what you need. See, Mandino said, failure can never overtake me as long as my determination to succeed is strong enough. Les Brown said, you got to be hungry to achieve your goals and dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know you, but I know about you. I know that you are unstoppable and that you have what it takes to achieve your goals and dreams. I know that you want to leave a legacy for your family. I know that you want to be your best. It's only that sometimes we get afraid because of the circumstances we see around us. Live from the inside out instead of the outside in. A third thing I would like for you to write down and do is create a morning routine for yourself. You see, there's this thing called the committee. And the committee forms in your head in the morning most of the time when you're still in bed and you're kind of half awake, half asleep. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And you start thinking all this negative nonsense that happened yesterday, 5 years ago, stuff you can't do nothing about. And what's worse, you start thinking negative thoughts about the day you're getting ready to wake up to. These are things that haven't even happened yet. And your mind is already messed up because the committee has formed a meeting in your head. And it is a negative meeting. It's a meeting of all negative nonsense that is going to set the tone for your day, for you to be negative and angry and unfocused. But when you create a morning routine of meditation, you can meditate for 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes out of your day to breathe deep from your diaphragm, not your chest, from your diaphragm, from your belly. If some people don't know quite what the diaphragm is. To breathe deep, clear your thoughts, and realize that whatever negative has already happened is done. And whatever may come at you, change your perspective. When you change the way you see things, the way the things you see will change. I don't know you, but I know about you. I know that you want to do better for yourself, for your family, for the world. You have what it takes to achieve your goals and dreams. My name is Sid Owsley. You can reach me at sidowsley.com, where you can get a free gift about aligning your goals with your values. Because many times we want to do certain things, but our actions and our thoughts are not aligned with what we want to do. And so you can go to my website, sidowsley.com, and receive a free gift about how to align your goals with your values. And you can also find me on social media. Just put in sidowsley.com. Last name is spelled O-W-S as in Sam, L-E-Y. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you.
Thank you, my man Sid. I enjoy you speaking about thinking of abundance. That's actually something that I speak to myself every day about being in financial abundance, about doing things to put myself in a position of excellence, because no one is perfect. And we can all just sit back and think, what are the things we can do to take ourselves where we want to be in life? And I love where you come from, Sid. Me and you speak offline very often, so I know you're propelling to something great. And now, I'm about to speak myself, and then we're going to transition into the question portion. We only have a handful of speakers left, but it doesn't matter how many are left, because all of us are very thoughtful and all of us are very powerful. And this event is going to be grand as it has been already. And remember, this is the Make Moves Major Conference Roundtable Talk. It is special that we come to you today on 2021 to give y'all these jewels. And if y'all don't know who I am motivational speaker, Lenwood Wilson Jr. I am entrepreneur. I got my hands at a lot of stuff going on right now. Website not done yet, but soon to come. It's already in motion. And actually, that is what it's called. The slogan, forward motion always. The website is DY in motion. It represents my belief in where I came from to now, and also the clothing line connected to it, which is Divine Youth. And that will be coming soon. And I will now present to y'all my short speech. And it is going to be entitled the same as this actual program, Make Moves Major. We are at a time where there's a lot of chaos going on in the world. And you need to buckle down, sit back, look at yourself in the mirror and say, what am I doing now that I need to change so I can take it to the next level? What am I doing to hinder myself? Is a lot of things pulling us, trying to grab our attention, and we're allowing it to hog up our time. But at the end of the day, we are the only people that can harness our future. We are the only people that can run after our dreams. So I tell you today to make moves major. Let me tell you about elevation, and life is real. 10 years ago, I was making a certain amount. 10 years later, I'm making double. And the way my mindset is, 10 years from now, I'm trying to make quadruple what I'm making right now, or maybe more, because I'm trying to apply knowledge. I'm working on my inner so that it will show in my outer. I am applying and I'm taking a risk, calculated risk, of course, because I'm not just going to go around running like a rat in a race. I have intent, and I know that I have power, and you do too, ladies and gentlemen. Within you, you have a spark that's ready to turn into an engulfing fire. You can light yourself up and be passionate about what's on your heart. You must dig deep within your soul and question, why am I here? If you're not sure, step back, talk to God. He'll give you an answer. A year ago, I talked to God because I started getting a bit lost. I was working a job. It was making me sick to my stomach, literally felt like I had ulcers. One day I got off work, got out of my work van. I stretched, and I passed out, y'all, onto the cement. I woke up about 3 minutes later, scrapes on my arms and scrapes on my face. Like, my goodness, I need to change something about my life. A few months later, I actually asked God what he had for me. And like a flash, while I was about to get onto the highway, he actually showed me where he needed me to be. God took the wheel because I could have crashed, y'all, because I was about to merge onto the highway. But he showed me where I need to be. And ever since then, I've been walking a path, and I'm making things work as I go. And I'm starting to see the growth. I've been building up myself. My value has been showing to the world. And you can do the same thing. You can read what you need to read. You can look up what you need to look up. You can expand your network like I have to bring to you this show today, y'all. Because once upon a time, I didn't believe in myself. When I'm 38, when I was 30 to 33, I gave up on myself. I was like, I guess I'm just an average Joe. But you know what? None of us have to be average. All of us can be above average. You have something in you that's ready to take flight, that's ready to take over the world. You need to make moves major. You need to step out of your comfort zone and then empower yourself to step up, step to that next level. If you don't step yourself up, you will not be where you need to be. You have to imagine yourself already there. Your imagination is one of the greatest things that you should have, and it's the things that will get you going. And after you use your imagination, you got to set that goal, baby, because you need to plot out a little bit of where you're going to go. You don't know everything, but just figure it out. And then you must have that passion, that burning desire to keep pushing through, pushing the envelope. When people say no, but you see the light at the end of the tunnel, you keep pushing, baby, because you know what? You have that fire within you. So make moves major for 2021, y'all. Thank you very much. And now we're about to transition into the question part of Make Moves Major. And first up is the little lady, Miss Andrea Mason, and she is going to give us some jewels to ponder on as she answers her personal development question. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Ms. Mason.
Thank you so much, Lenwood. I appreciate it as always. And here I am back to fight the fire inside of me. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to ask yourselves, have you learned to forgive? It's a key question. Have you learned to forgive? It is not easy to forgive because we relive each and every moment of that incident, of that person who has hurt us, that incident that has shamed us. Have you learned to forgive? What I do in this situation is I used to look back at my life as I was developing personally, and I would look and see all the mistakes and events. And as it was mentioned before by my fellow platform speakers, we are so quick to blame others. We are so quick to have somebody be the cause of our own mistakes, whether it be a mistake of choice, a mistake of the lack of perception that we have, and we hold on to those grudges. As I said before, clean slate. Make the choice to forgive. It is said by one of the speakers that I have read about, Lewis B. Smedes, to forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you. Ladies and gentlemen, write this down. To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that the prisoner was you. In my course, I work with individuals and help them forgive people where it has been tucked down deep inside. Oh, he did this, she said that, they treated me this way. But who are the ones that are suffering the whole path and journey? Yourself. Like Alio said earlier on, put your hand on your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. I forgive you. I love you. And I am here. That's what we have to do. Like in the song Michael Jackson, the man in the mirror, that's the one who's key. That's the one who's the most important. Forgive that man or woman in the mirror. Set them free. If you have not forgiven, what is blocking you? What is the barrier that you're putting there to not make you move forward? Are these anchors of individuals and events weighing you down? Break free from the shackles of those incidents and individuals. And know once again, you are making a conscious choice to keep those ball and chains at your feet. Hear it from my heart, please. Set it free. Let it go. Forgive yourself. Don't bring into 2021 suffering, anguish, depression, anxiety, toxicity. Let it go. Forgive yourself. Give the best self of you the gift of you by being present. And if you have forgiven, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, in meeting me in this platform. And share with others, what is your process of forgiveness and towards it? Do you meditate? Do you listen to music? Music is the universal language that in the change and the shift of the dial, you can go from pure joy to tears of remembrance, loss, and suffering. Do you take a walk and be with nature and go outside and connect with the ambiance around you? Like my fellow speaker here, I went to Hawaii. Can it be more serene? It's the peace of the crashing of the waves, the endless rainbows, and the endless sounds and sights of a smile. I traveled to Ireland a couple years back. Greetings were of abundance. They welcomed you with open arms. They shared with their sarcasm, but they embraced you with their hearts. Every one of us, both you and I, ask yourself, have you forgiven? Is it time? The time is now. Forgive those for what they not know. Forgive those who have been programmed to their behaviors, their mannerisms, their thoughts, and their ways of treating, for that's all they may have known and were brought up with. Forgive yourself. Most importantly, I was there. We all were there at one moment in our life. What was our mindset at that time of tragedy? What was our mindset in that time of trouble? What was our mindset in the time of loss? People are here to teach you who you want to be, who you should be, who you shouldn't be. But it starts with you. Do me a favor. Every morning, before your feet hit the floor, every evening before your head hits the pillow, forgive yourself. Because it will take hold of you, it will take over you, and it will take you down. Ladies and gentlemen, please comment below and share with my like-minded family and learn to forgive yourself. Through failures, you fail towards success. Through mistakes, you learn what not to do. We are the only creatures that repeat these behaviors and not learn from them. So I ask you, 2021, let it be a great one, and start it off right. Every day and every night, I ask you to forgive yourself and know that I love you. My name is Andrea Mason. Again, I thank you for being here with like-minded individuals. This is what we're about, and this is what the world needs, love. Thank you, Mr. Lenwood Johnson and Nompumelelo for this. I appreciate and I'm grateful. Be well, my friends.
Thank you much, Ms. Mason, for talking about forgiveness as your question. And that's one of the hardest things to do, forgive yourself or forgive others. But we must do it to start the healing process so we could go to that next level in our lives. Because if we're holding on to grudges that we hold on others or things that we just were in pain that we said, why did I do that stupid thing? If we just hold on to that, we're not going to go anywhere. So next, I will have Miss Marie Ann Rouse with her question that she was presented with, and she will give you some food for thought right now to carry you into the 2021. You can go ahead, Ms. Rouse, unmute yourself.
Yes, aloha. Yes, this is Marianne Rouse, and I'm going to be sharing with you about self-care. And when we go on an airplane, it's always brought up that we need to put on our mask first before putting the mask on for others. And it is not something that is done from a selfish standpoint. It is something that is done so that we can give from our cup instead of giving from an empty cup. And when it comes to self-care, there's three important aspects to keep in mind, and they actually tie in together even while they are separate. So there's the physical, and when it comes to the physical, we need to be mindful about our food choices, and that is something that we can do on a daily basis. That when we choose the foods that we eat, we can ask ourselves, is this something that will be for the better of myself, or is this something that is not such a good choice for myself? And also our water intake. How much are we drinking? Those are just very simple steps that we can do along with our physical activity and getting good rest. And that is the type of thing to where sometimes we do not know how to make those choices. And just like in business, where we can get a business coach, we can also get a coach that can help guide us in making those good choices to find our path if we're not sure on how to get there. Now, the next aspect I want to talk about is the mental and emotional. And for that, three little tips that I want to remind you of, for you to incorporate in your daily living, and that's to give thanks and share your gratitude, and also to be kind to yourself, which you have heard a number of times today, and also take some time to unplug and just read, to where that will help to feed your mental and emotional side of your life. And the third aspect is spiritual. Whether spiritual is religious to you or something different, that's not the point. Spiritual is where you get that time to where you just pause and you make time to sit quietly, where you can connect with a higher power, where you can sit down and spend time in nature, for example. So that is what I mean when I share about connecting to your spiritual side, is connecting to that higher power. And one way that you get to do that as well is when you keep your gratitude journal. So it all ties in together, your physical, your mental and emotional, and spiritual. And there are times where we know exactly what we need to do, even when we don't make those choices. So we can keep on asking ourselves, you know what, is that the right choice that I made for myself to make myself a better person for tomorrow? And also, just as a reminder as I wrap up, reminding you to put on your breathing mask before you put on the mask for others, because it is not being selfish. That is how you can serve first. Once again, I'm Marianne Rouse, and like I say with a lot of people when I share and in my talks is, if it comes from the heart, it will set you apart. Lenwood, back at you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rouse, for presenting and talking about self-care. That's a big thing. Some of you may not know, but within a lot of family structures, mental health carries on, and a lot of us don't realize what it is. The illness and the things that come with it can be very drastic if we don't take care of ourselves and we don't look out for the people that are surrounding us and look out for the signs and showing them a path of their own self-care and giving them their space so they can take care of themselves. So next, got to announce, Nompumelelo, can you do your question next? Are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, I am. Do you want me to ask you the question or respond to the question?
Yes, the question that you were presented.
The question to ask you or to respond to the question?
The question that I sent you.
Oh, so I respond to that question, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready, my brother. Thank you so much. I'll just read the question. The question was that, what is your number one rule that have aided you in success in any facet of life? That was a deep question to me, but the answer was really, really easy to this question. I trust myself. I trust myself because trust empowers you to move aggressively towards your goals. And I believe that I am responsible for my own happiness. If I spend my time doubting my skills, then I can contribute to the happiness that I want, because the only thing that I'll be actively perfecting is the ability to doubt myself. As flight attendants always say, that Marianne mentioned that you'll have to put on your oxygen mask first before you assist others, because if you don't, you and the other person you're trying to help could possibly go down. So trust yourself. I can't emphasize on this much. You'll have to shift all the time focusing on doubting yourself to believing in yourself, because you can start by trying one idea at a time and put it into action, because sometimes unexpected circumstances may knock you back, or they can redirect you along your path, but you need to consider how you can best make a difference in your life, in those around you, in those who believe in you. So focus on the issues that speak to your heart. I believe today we're talking about the heart. So focus on issues that speak to your heart. Thank you so much, Lenwood. I'm done, Lenwood.
Now, I will buy having some issues with my email. Do you can I present a question to you, Alu? Sid, do you have your question ready? All right, I'm gonna put.
Did you send to my email? Did you send my question to my email or?
No, I'm about to send it to you in the chat. I'm gonna let Sid go, and I'm gonna
yes, please send it to the chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Send it to the chat. Yeah.
So Sid, you have a question that was presented to you in the email. I want you to speak on that, my man, and I'm gonna set up Mr. Superstar.
Okay. My question was, what is my personal philosophy or belief system? And my personal philosophy or belief system goes back to my original talk, and that is the 3 Ds to success. Determination determines destination. And the reason that is my personal belief system is because many people rely on their talent. They talk about being talented in achieving their goals and dreams, but there are a lot of very, very talented people who are not determined to develop their talent, their God-given talents or their smarts. They could be very smart, but they're just not determined to develop themselves, to develop those talents fully, to really contribute and add value to the world. But someone who is extremely determined doesn't have to be super talented to really be successful. As long as they're determined enough to determine their own destination, as long as they're determined enough to put in the work, they are going to make massive improvements in their life. And that's my message to people. You don't have to be super talented. You don't have to be super smart, but you do have to be willing to put in the work. And many times, if you're willing to put in the work, if you're willing to be extremely determined to determine your own destination, you will outperform the really smart or talented person who is lazy. Those are the people, some people like that, they take their God-given talents and their smarts for granted. And it's the extremely determined person who may have average talent, but who has a serious, above average, extraordinary work ethic. They will outshine, they will outwork, they will outdo the person who is naturally talented. Be determined to determine your own destination. Be determined to achieve your greatness in life. And to go along with being the 3 Ds to success, be committed. Be committed to your goal or dream. Be committed to changing your life. Commitment and determination go together. When you're committed, once you commit, to achieving your goal, your determination to achieve that goal is what will carry you through. And also when you have integrity, and the integrity that you really have to have is with yourself. The integrity, for instance, if your goal is to lose weight, you've committed to losing weight and you're determined to lose weight or get in shape, and you decide to go to the gym, you have to have the integrity with yourself to say, I'm getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 to 5 days a week to go to the gym. I'm committed to my goal. I'm determined to achieve it. And I'm going to have the integrity within myself to go to the gym and work out, to eat the proper foods. So determination determines destination is my personal philosophy in life, and commitment, determination, and integrity go along with those things for achievement in anything in life. I have a podcast called The 3Ds to Success, a podcast and YouTube channel called The 3Ds to Success. Determination determines destination. And I'm committed to providing a platform to allow people to share their stories of determination in life, how they've used their determination to determine their own destination in life, to overcome challenges and obstacles. So that's my commitment. And so I have people scheduled, and I keep my commitment of hosting them, providing them with a platform to share their stories and to share their products and services, the things that they've made as a result of their determination to overcome their life challenges. These are products and services, coaching, things like that, that these people have committed to helping other people in life to determine their own destination. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sid. And I love the answer to your question. And the biggest thing is keep it pushing. I love your take on the 3Ds. Your determination determines your destination. It is definitely a refreshing way of putting things. Mr. Alu Superstar, did you see your question in the chat?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what is your why and how does it push you? I apologize if you didn't get it within your email earlier, and I'm presenting it to you now, and hopefully you are ready to spark that fire within someone. You can go ahead, my man.
Thank you very much, Lenwood Wilson Jr. I really appreciate you inviting me here today again. So the question is, what is my why and who does it push you to succeed? I was from a background that is like not really poor, but we know also rich. And then my father was a headmaster, like a teacher. So I mean, my whole family, we have a big family, like nine of us. So the thing is, my why is really strong because I believe where I am from, people don't believe in themselves that much. They just believe to be in their comfort zone, believing that they can be where they want to be because of the circumstances, because where they're from and where they're born and their family background. But I don't believe in that. I started changing my belief system since I was young because I see myself as a different person. When I started, working as a marketing officer, I did not even study marketing that time. But there was a teacher in my school that time when I was studying IT. He just saw me and then told me that, Aliu, I think you can be a good marketer. I look at myself and I didn't believe myself that time. But Les Brown say that you have to believe in someone's believe in you until your belief kicks in. I believe him because he's told me that because of your personality, your communication skills, you know what I mean, your character, you can be a marketer. I said, okay, I believe you. Then I went to like just work in a company where I was volunteering to be a marketer, where I learned communication skills, body language, and stuff like that. So from there, I was trained to be a marketer. Then I went and start applying jobs here and there. It was hard back in Gambia. It was really hard because I am from the hood, whereby we just sit in the ghetto drinking, a green tea that we call attire, and then that's it. People are just in their comfort zone. Some of them, they don't go to school. I was lucky and I went to school, but also it's very, very hard to be grow up in that type of environment whereby people don't believe in themselves. But I always see the bigger picture. I always want to make my family proud. I always want to make myself proud. And I want to travel the world. I have a bigger dream. I want to be someone I've never been before. So I always trying to step up my game. So when I work at that company and then from there, I was trained how to be a marketer, I started searching jobs for myself. Nobody was there to help me because I was also brought up by another family. I have been through a lot. I've suffered a lot, but I did not let that circumstances judge me or to make me who I am. I know what I've been through was preparing me for who I am today. And I'm so grateful I've been through what I've been through. Then I have to step up. And I always want to be somebody who will be winning, who always want to be on the top and prove the people who don't believe in me that I can make it. I worked my way out. I got a job in a printing company without even studying marketing. And I was making so much business for them. And from there, I went to study marketing, got my diploma, and then I graduated, went to work for an insurance company. I was there 4 years, very successful. From there, I just moved on again. I went to work for a car company. Because my why was so strong, I wouldn't believe to always see myself down. And then because my friends were on that side, I said to myself, no, I want to be on that side. I started surrounding myself with people who were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, who were rich, who were from rich family, so that I can associate myself and then stop believing that because I'm poor, I'm from a poor background, I can make it. No. Then I was working in top companies in the Gambia. From there, I traveled to the UK, and I'm here. And I'm so grateful. And then always I want to be in the top. That is my why, to not let myself down. And I started doing self-development, knowing that, look, I'm not just born to come here, work, and pay bills and die. No, I'm much more than that. So my why is really strong. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I have to make it because I love looking after myself. And I want to travel the world, and I want to touch people's heart. I want to change people's life, to tell them that anything is possible once you believe in yourself. And when you change your mindset, everything is going to change around you. That I used to complain a lot about my family, about a lot of things. But when I realized that if I change, then everything will change around me. That's what I did. I changed, and everything just changed around me. And the rest is history. And then that's leading to my success. And I'm so grateful for where I am today. And I'm working towards where I want to be. Thank you very much, Lenwood.
Thank you, my man, superstar. And have one
Thank
more
you.
question. You're welcome. And I really like your why. It's a powerful why, your story. I love you being transparent about all of it, the good parts and the negative parts, because that's all that makes us. We have good and negative things that happen. Some things are under our control, some are out of our control. But like you said, I love what you said, that you don't know how you're going to do it, but you know you're going to do it. And that's the biggest thing. You know you're going to do it, so you're going to put yourself in the mind to succeed regardless of what. And now to finish off this question, and then after this, everybody's gonna say hi, and we're gonna say our final words of whatever we took away from this talk. And the question that, if you could mute yourself, Mr. Superstar, and Nompumelelo real quick. My question, excuse me for my question that was presented to me from my special co-host, Nompumelelo, is how do you embrace the imperfect moments? That's actually a pretty simple question, but it's a deep question. And I feel as a human, that's something that you build upon as things happen. I have to think of day to day, because tragedy hits small things, big things, mishaps. And the best way I can do to embrace it is sometimes I just have to step back and recognize things as they are. I have to step back so I can have some clarity, because I'm an Aries, it's an astrology sign, and Aries, sometimes we have problems with stepping back. We like to get it done, but sometimes there's something there that's stopping us. And sometimes we can't just bulldog through. Sometimes we can't just get a drill and drill through. Sometimes we got to step back and embrace what's going on. Sometimes we have to stop and feel, and that's what I feel that helps me best. And it's hard because of my personality type to step back, because a lot of times I'm put into a role of leadership, and it's hard for that someone that has been put in that position to step back sometimes. Sometimes I have to check myself and then realize, okay, how can I make this situation different? Because it isn't what I expected it to be. It's a hardship. This person that I'm trying to network with or build a relationship with or what have you, or the company that I'm trying to build or what have you, something is just failing at the time. And I just have to step back, take a deep breath, and I take it to God. And I talk to him. I've been talking to him more as I've gotten older. When I was younger, I spoke to him some, but I didn't really know how to talk to God that well because I didn't grow up in church. But that is healthy. Stepping back, looking at it for the imperfect situation that it is, seeing what I can do different, and then taking it to God. One thing I never do, I'm not a judgmental person. So whatever the situation, if it's dealing with a person, if it's dealing with a thing, I don't judge a situation. So that's never a holdback for me. I mention that because a lot of people place direct judgment on people in situations, and that doesn't help anything out, truthfully. So I find that when I just look and try to get another perspective of why this venture failed, or why I'm lacking communication with this person, or why the money is not calculated up the way I need to, I take a breather. I do almost what Alu was talking about earlier when he was doing his breathing techniques. You got to clear your head and just go to nothing for a moment. Just be at peace. And within that peace, I find the answers to the question, or at least pieces that could get to the answers to the question, because I'm big on answering a problem, answering a question. I don't like stopping short. Even though it may be frustrating for some people, I like to try to alleviate the situation. But sometimes, no matter what's going on, you can do what's best on your part, and then you just have to let everything else take care of itself, because only you can handle your part. So that's what I do to embrace those imperfect moments. I just take a step back, breathe, take it to God, do my best, and then just see what happens. And next, if you all like, y'all can unmute yourselves and we can just speak on anything that we've heard today or just any wrap up moment that we just want to put out there into the universe to tell these people farewell. Thank y'all for tuning in and just send people off with something good. Anyone in particular want to say something special?
Yeah, I just want to tell everyone, as I said before, get it done in 21. Get it done in 2021. This is your year. This is your time to shine. I know that you can do it. I thank Lenwood and Nompumelelo for hosting this event. It's a great way to start off 2021 because, as Les Brown says, speakers speak, and every one of us on here is a speaker. Even most of us are new to it. We are speakers. We want to provide value to the rest of the world, and so I thank you for hosting this event. I thank my fellow speakers. It's great being able to share the virtual stage with you. And let's do this again as soon as we can. And everyone, enjoy 2021. This is your time to shine. Thank you.
Anyone else have a moment they want to share right quick?
Me.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, ladies. No, ladies first.
Okay. Andrea, Murray, which one y'all want to go first?
All righty. Okay. So what I love about today is that we all touched on important aspects and topics for moving forward, whether we're talking about mental health, mindset, heart set, all the different aspects that are very important. And what Nompumelelo was also saying is that you don't need to see the whole staircase to get started. You just need to see the first step. So today is the first step, and let's just keep moving forward together.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, I'm sorry. Thank you, Ms. Rouse. Andrea, go ahead and tell people, a little something to send them off.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lenwood and Nompumelelo. I'll get it right sooner or later. It's a beautiful name. I don't want to destroy it. But yes, we are like-minded individuals here of great minds here on this platform. I agree with, Sid, let's do this sooner than later. Again, I thank you for producing this and facilitating it. And here's my message. Hear this from me. No matter what you think or believe, someone is listening. Your voice needs to be heard. Your love needs to be shared. Your embrace needs to be felt. Your heart needs to be healed. Forgive yourself and pay it forward, everything that you have learned. And remember, no matter what, someone is watching, someone is listening, and someone will pay it forward. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. It's been an honor and privilege to be on this platform. I look forward to doing it again sooner than later. Thank you.
Wow. Oh, can I say something?
Yeah, go right ahead, Nompumelelo.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I can't breathe. Like I've been suffocated with all these messages. Honestly, what I can share as the last minute nugget is that the most empowered path to success comes through your experiences of failure. Like Len would say that you'll have to embrace the imperfect moments. Embrace the imperfect moments as an individual. Every challenge is ultimately an opportunity for you to learn and grow. And you can't succeed. So when you're faced with a big change in your life, you'll have to take time to look at the positive outcomes from challenging situations. Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you very much, my fellow speakers. I am so happy and grateful today to be here again, and then, just say my final words of wisdom. I'd learned a lot of things today, and then it teach me a lot of things that I have not known before. Like John Ughulu said, we were sent here for a purpose. We all know that. And what is that purpose? In you need to find out. What is that gift that is embedded in you? You need to find out by reading, surrounding yourself with the right people, and you can get what you want to get, and you will be where you want to be. And then also Taneisha, she said something like, you have to be tenacious. And she mentioned about another T, which is like time. What you're doing now, show up as the best version of you. It's very, very important to sow that seeds today in order for you to show up in life the way you want other people to see you. I know I am from a background whereby people don't believe in themselves that much based on their circumstances. But today, I will be a role model to many of my generation and my friends and family. Someone who believes in themselves. Wherever I get into, I get successful because I believe in myself. And believing in yourself will get you to places you never believed to be. It's been a rough 2020, but thank God we get out of it to be much better and much stronger. And then we should keep that momentum in 2021. I pray that may this 2021 be the best year in the history that God created us. May this 2021 bring lots of blessings and desire for each and every one of us here, listening, and the people who are speaking today. Whatever you wish in your heart and soul, may God do it for you and take us to a higher height and give us that ability to able to share our knowledge, continue to change life, to impact other people's life, to uplift them, to take them to where they never expect to be. And my final thing is, then we will create the wall of harmony, tranquility, and peace within ourselves, because we are created from the same shells as one human beings. And we are the same people in the eyes of God. And Lenwood Jr., you're amazing. Thank you very much for putting up together with this great job. You've been doing a phenomenal job. Nompumelelo Real Kunene. She said I can pronounce her name the best. I love her name so much. I mean, I thank you as a co-host as well, and all of the speakers today here. And I pray that may God bless us all and have a great 2021. That's my story, and I'm sticking through it.
Yes, Alua. Thank you. And we're wrapping it up for the first annual Make Moves Major Conference. And trust believe, I plan on being a facilitator with Nompumelelo in the future and any other shining future star that wants to be a co-host with me. And we're going to put on more major conferences. Don't know the lineup yet, don't know how often, but trust me, this isn't going to be the last. Hopefully you took some real jewels. My last thought is, once again, it's time to make moves major. That's why I named it this. My co-host actually helped me organize some things on the back end because she's such a facilitator herself. And one thing that she described to me when she was telling me about my own bio is she brought to light I said make moves major. And I started to embrace that in my mind. And that's what came to me, this whole idea of not just simple motivation, but them tools and them ideas and that stuff that can bloom in your mind later on. Them times when you're tough and you're just stuck and you're like, which way do I go? Like, oh, Alu said this, Taneisha said that, John said that, Nompumelelo said that, like different jewels and different mindsets. I got this from Marie Ann, I got this from Andrea, I got this from Pratibha, I got this from Lenwood, I got this from Sid, I got this from Larry, I got this from a plethora of people that I heard they are on something else. And it's just using those tools, those little gems that you heard within the stuff that we were talking about. If you understand anything about this platform that I'm presenting, it's not just about motivational speaking. It's about personal and self-development. One thing that a lot of people skip. But if you don't build yourself up, you will never become the person that you were meant to be, y'all. So, we out for 2021, January the 1st, baby. Thank you for tuning in. This will go live on my YouTube. Affirmations for Growth, AFG Success. Peace out, y'all. Catch you later. And I'm gonna send, as I sent y'all in the Facebook message, I'm gonna do the editing over the weekend, and I'm gonna send all y'all the copies, and then I'm gonna upload on my YouTube on Monday. Good with y'all? All right, see y'all later. Y'all have a nice day and have a lovely weekend.
Happy New Year. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year.